Hello and welcome back to this episode of Lost Stones. And we are in Create a Sim. And today we're creating the crew for the laboratory. If you remember in the storyline that Olivia is trying to get up some money and everything, and she found a good way to, and that was to dig for frogs and take them to the laboratory and get some money. So starting off, we have the scientist, and he's going to be basically behind the scenes, basically giving the instructions. Next, we have the lab tech, and the lab tech will be running tests on the frogs and maybe doing a little bit of breeding, or you getting ready to get them to be bred. He will be monitoring the frogs over a period of time to make sure they are in good health to be bred. So moving on, we have the vet. The vet will be definitely hands-on with breeding the frogs and making sure the little bitty frogs, tadpoles, are well taken care of. So y'all, if you know in the storyline that I had to build it and in the basic game, I haven't even seen any add-ons or any packs or anything with, maybe in a job to get to work, maybe in that pack, but in the basic game I didn't really see anything, no lab coats, no anything. So I think maybe it's in to get to work. Maybe it gives you more variety. I'm definitely going to look that up and see. After looking it up, I found out that you can find the lab coats in the buy mode catalog, and it's in the clothes section or in the career catalog. I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to have to really do some more digging for that, because I definitely want my Sims to have some white lab coats. So you can also find them in the cat and dog pack. So I'm just gonna work something around. I'm gonna look in my uniform section to see if I can find something a little bit more. I tried, but I'm like, I wanted to have a white lab coat to walk around the office and stuff. Yeah, I'm in the base game build mode. So I'm trying to make as much out of just the base game at first, and then add on different worlds. Just maybe. I'm definitely having fun in creating. So yeah, I'm starting out, but let's get on to this build. So the build is going to have 3 mini offices, a compound for the frogs. I want it big enough that I can go out and collect a lot of frogs. And I'm definitely going to do some rock digging, so I would like a display area where I can display the rocks and stones that we find. And that way, whenever we come back to the lab, it's just up here. You can see it, And then I want a garden, a large garden. So the garden is going to be at the very top on the roof. And it's going to be a see-through roof, so you can actually look down into it. Yeah, I'm very excited to get to finish this build, so I can go and look for frogs and bring them back. I'm not sure if I want them to go as a crew. Maybe it would be a lot faster, or just to go separately. I'm probably have them go as a crew, and then like every now and then have them go separately. So yeah, and then we don't have to get to the storyline of getting Olivia to the laboratory and with her frogs, and and I'm definitely going to do a storyline on that. So y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this build, and to comment on if you like it or not. The idea of it. I don't know if if someone else has the idea on YouTube as a a simmer also, or even if they got a suspension pad. I've seen in the cats and dog they do have the veterinarian, and but I haven't checked out the packet to say what exactly, like, I mean, is it just someone, they already have a simmer there, or can you actually get a job like that? And I know they have to get the get to work pack and stuff, but I really haven't checked out too many packs. I normally check out the add-ons. The add-ons are very, very reasonable in price. Some of the add-ons the packs that I see are like still $30 and $40. The ones that really just catch my eye, and then the other ones I'm like, even though they're $16, can I, like I seen the Jungle Pack, and it's like $16, $17, somewhere around there, but then you can only go there when your sim is vacationing. So I'm like, what does that mean? To mean that I can't play it when I want to play? So it makes me hesitant to get one that, is that they in your stay while you're playing the game. I'm not really sure about that. I'm still doing some, research on that. But yes, the laboratory, we're gonna be doing some research on some frogs, tadpoles, plants, rocks, all kind of stuff. And what else we can find in the Sims world. So let's get on a little bit to the storyline before I come to an end to this video. So as you know, we have the Prince Shaike in the building, and he is in Willow Creek and looking for his mom. You remember his mom got kicked out for stealing, and she was stealing the jewels and everything. And she's tired of the king. He's been treating her bad and everything, and he's looking for another woman. He like claiming somebody else as his bride to be, and not really taking care of the queen. And if you made it this far, then you already know who the queen is, and she is not one to play with. Listen, yeah, I came up with the idea from watching Medea, and I wanted Shaike's mom to, be a part of it. And I'm like, what kind of, character do I want her to have? And I thought a character like Medea in the storyline would be perfect. So, she's very full of energy, because I didn't want her to be, I wanted her to be very full of life and vibrant and just funny. And, you just love being around her. You love when you see her pop up on the screen. So, so you know who the queen is, and she ain't want to play with. So she's like, done left. Well, she didn't really leave, but she got put out. But instead of her like trying to stick around, like, oh, he just mad, she like, I'm gone. She left, and she went to, like, she's headed to the house, y'all. Is that where she going? I hope that's where she going, because if you didn't know, Shaike done bought the home. He was like, my mom wants this home, and he wants to find out what is going on. Like, how did all this happen? Where was he at? What all this is happening? He wake up and asking the queen's maid, like, where's my mom at? Like, she got put out last night. You didn't know that? Like, how the queen get caught stealing in the palace and he get put out? I don't know. But we don't dig more into that. So, and as you see, why didn't Shaike just call her? Why didn't Shaike just call her? And she got a phone. Why he didn't? But Tangerina never keeps her phone charged up. Never keeps it charged. Shaike, Prince Shaike always got to, make sure he would, tells the maidens, make sure she puts her phone on the charger to be charged and everything. But that's just because Tangerina is not used to carrying this phone. This is something that she, when, as elders, as they get older and technology changes. So this is how this went with her. So technology changed. Instead of having a home phone, now they have these cell phones. So she just like puts it down like, you didn't have to charge a home phone unless you had a cordless phone. But, they're used to the regular house phones with the cord to it. And if y'all remember them old school phones, well, you didn't have to charge. You didn't have to worry about that. So she is not used to, charging it. She just got it and everything. So if you want to know why he didn't just call her, that's the reason why. And it just doesn't stay charged. And she has been out all night walking. And now she's like, try to use the phone. Remembers that she has a phone, and like, it's not even charged. Damn maidens. Yeah, so so the office space looks very nice, and then we have the scientist come in. He's like, are you ready to load up all the frogs into the laboratory? Don't you see that I'm watching TV right now? I'll let you do it. Go ahead, you do what you want to do. I'm gonna come up with them some names other than the vet. But y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this build, and I had fun building it, and I definitely look forward to a walkthrough or a tour, whichever one you want to call it. But yeah, I want to get some frogs in there and finish up a little bit offline and stuff. And I'm digging this office space. I don't know, I might upload another video, just an update of how the office space is going. I'm definitely going to create some more characters and get more to the story. So when I actually jump on here right now, this is just building the world, building the world, getting the storyline. And so when I jump in here, that you already know the background of the story, what's going on, and we can just get right to the to see them, and get them into the storyline. Instead of just like me just talking through this, I can just jump right into character, instead of breaking it down, what's going on, why this, why that, and you already have majority of the story and can just follow along a lot easier with me just being in character. And I'm excited because I am definitely doing a little bit more research on Medea to get that character for Tangerina. So y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, the build and my storyline. Please stay tuned, and thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in my next video.